the new topic. Now the topic that we are going to start is MOT, Molecular Orbital Theory. Now when we talk about VBT, right, valence bond theory, okay, so valence bond theory cannot explain the magnetic nature, right? We can talk about the shape, structure, okay, shape पर चलता है, structure पर चलता है, but we don't get any idea about the magnetic property, right? Either the molecule is paramagnetic or diamagnetic, right? Okay, so for that, and obviously because of other reasons, right, chemists came up with next theory, which is molecular orbital theory. Okay, so what they said is, okay, now when we talk about hybridization, okay, just think about this. When we talk about hybridization, right, we say that an atom, suppose we have an atom that is bonded with two different atoms. So in this case, the atom of, see the atomic orbital of A intermix with each other to form hybrid orbitals. Okay, this is what happens in hybridization. But when you talk about molecule, suppose O2, right, which is O double bond O, okay, or N2, N double bond O, N double bond N, or NO, or anything like that. Okay, now in this case, right, there's no hybridization. Okay, but what happens is the atomic orbital of these two atoms, right, two different atoms, they intermix. Okay, right, instead of having a normal overlapping, they intermix and form molecular orbital. Got it? Right, so instead of just overlapping, right, of two different atomic orbitals, right, these molecules, the atomic orbitals of these molecules intermix. Okay, right, intermix means obviously they do overlapping only, right, but they kind of intermix, okay, and form a molecular orbital. Got it? Right, so intermixing is actually your overlapping only. Okay, so I can say that in MOT, when you talk about MOT, right, in MOT molecular orbital is formed. Okay, molecular orbital is formed by overlapping of atomic orbital of same energy, right? Which means oneness of this oxygen will overlap and combine with oneness of this second atomic orbital, sorry, second atom. In the same way, 2s of this will combine with 2s of this, 2p of this, right? And when we talk about 2p, so it is 2px, 2py, 2pz, right? So all of them will combine with the other atomic orbital respectively. Okay, right? Now, when we talk about overlapping, so we have already studied that overlapping can be of two ways, either positive or negative, right? I hope all of you remember what is positive overlapping and negative overlapping, right? Anna? So if two atomic orbital overlap, yes, and have same phase, right, then it is positive overlapping. And when they overlap in opposite phase, then it is your negative overlapping. So I can say that same as hybrid atomic orbitals, number of molecular orbital also will be same as number of atomic orbital involved. Okay, it will be same as number of atomic orbital involved, right? Okay, the energy of half of the molecular orbital will be less as compared to your normal bonding molecular orbital, and half will have higher. We will explain why. Because half of the atomic orbital will do positive overlapping or additive overlapping, and half will do negative overlapping or subtractive overlapping. Okay, so I can say that half of the molecular orbital have lower energy, right, or more stability, because they will form bonding molecular orbital, which is your positive overlapping, right? And the half will have higher energy, which is less stable, right? Because they'll form anti-bonding molecular orbital. So we have studied that bond is formed when there is formation of bonding molecular orbital, and bond is broken, right? When there is formation of anti-bonding molecular orbital. See, as I said, right, when two atomic orbital of two different atoms combine with each other, right, half of it will have positive overlapping and half of it will have negative overlapping. ये ऐसा होता है. Suppose जैसे देखो यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन की बात करते हैं, O2, right? So we have two 1s, है ना? Two 1s, right? So I can say that if I'm having two 1s, so we have total of 4 electrons and 2 atomic orbitals. Yes, है ना? Total of 4 electrons and 2 atomic orbitals. Make sense? So obviously out of this, one molecular orbital. So there will be two molecular orbital because the number of atomic orbital is same as number of molecular orbital. So there will be two molecular orbital. One molecular orbital, right, will have your positive overlapping, okay, and one molecular orbital negative overlapping. So one will be your bonding at molecular orbital, bonding molecular orbital, and the other will be non-bonding, right, molecular orbital, or anti-bonding molecular orbital. Sorry, not non-bonding, anti-bonding. Okay, right? So see this. So I hope all of you remember this symbol, right? This is of wave function, which represents the probability dense probability anyways, right? So see this. This is your positive overlapping, this is your negative overlapping. So the important concept that you should remember, right? Okay, that bonding molecular orbital, bond is formed. Bond is formed. Is formed, right? And anti-bonding molecular orbital, bond is broken. Bond is broken. Okay, right? Now, if it is sigma bond, so bonding atomic orbital is just written as sigma. Okay, you say when we talk about 1s atomic orbital, so we know that s atomic orbital will always form sigma bond. Will always form sigma bond, right? So it will be sigma 1s. So this is your bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital, right? Now when you talk about anti-bonding molecular orbital, so it is represented by star. Sigma is the type of bond. Star means anti-bonding. If I'm writing 1s, it means first s molecular orbital. Got it? As simple as that. So if I have to write about second orbit, right? So it starts with s, so it will be sigma 2s first, right? Then sigma star 2s. Okay, same as your electronic configuration. Okay, so I can say that when we talk about molecular orbital, the number of molecular orbital will be same as number of atomic orbital, right? Second, half of the molecular orbital will have positive overlapping. That's why it will have lower energy, and it is called as bonding molecular orbital. The other half will have negative overlapping or subtractive overlapping, and bond will be broken. It is called as anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay. The last point is it follows all the rule. Okay. So it follows Bohr principle, Hund's rule, and Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay. Which means that first the atomic orbital having less energy will be filled, then the atomic orbital, the molecular orbital having high energy. Okay, got it? Okay, so this is that we have studied. Now, when we talk about molecular orbitals, okay, so as I told you, depending on the bond, type of bond, we have either sigma or pi or delta. So delta is something that we don't have to study. Okay, delta bond is formed by d atomic orbital. Okay, so that's something that we don't have to study usually, right? So we'll study mainly sigma and pi. Okay, so sigma pi is your bonding molecular orbital, and sigma star pi star is for anti-bonding. So जहाँ भी star लग गया, that will be your anti-bonding. Okay. Now when you think about this, just think about this. If I'm talking about the configuration, molecular configuration, we have studied electronic configuration, right? So in the same way, if we talk about molecular configuration, we know that electron will be first in first orbit, then second orbit S, or you can say that first orbit S, then second orbit S, then second orbit P. That should be the order, right? According to your which rule? Hund's rule of Bohr principle. Tell me. Bohr principle, right? N plus L rule. Yes, very good. Now, when we talk about 1s, in 1s, we have two molecular orbitals, right? We have two molecular orbitals, which is your sigma 1s and sigma star 1s, right? Now, we will use the same concept. We know that energy of bonding molecular orbital is less than that of the anti-bonding, right? And the electron will be filled in that orbital, which will have less energy. So it will be first sigma 1s, right? Two electron will be first in this first, then sigma star 1s2. Got it? Then in same way, sigma 2s2, then sigma star 2s2. Okay. Now when we talk about p atomic orbital, so we have three p atomic orbital: 2px, 2py, 2pz. Three atomic orbital. Now each will have different orbit bonding at molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Got it? Right? So here, when you talk about p atomic orbital, so tell me, how many sigma bond can be formed and how many pi bond can be formed? Tell me, if I'm talking about p atomic orbital, how many sigma bond can be formed? Tell me, because yes, very good, very good. Because when you talk about p, right, it have three molecular orbital, so three bonds can be formed, right? My question is, how many sigma, how many pi? Yes, very good. Anyone else? Okay, only Karishma replied till now. What about everyone else? We have studied, na, right? That only one sigma bond can be formed, right? Only one sigma bond can be formed, right? Remaining will be pi bond, है ना? Right? Between any two atoms, only one sigma bond can be formed. Remaining will be pi bond. So just think about this, na? See, right? 1s2, sigma bond is formed. Just think about this. Sigma 1s2 means one sigma bond is formed. Sigma star 1s2 broken. Sigma 2s2 bond is formed. Sigma 2s2 broken. So till this 1s2 and 2s2, no bond is formed because bond is formed and broken, right? Formed and broken, right? So if the number of electron of the molecule is more than 8, so obviously 1s2 and 2s2 will not participate in bonding because according to MOT, bond will form then break. है ना? Bond will form, break, form, break. Got it? So I can say that in 2px, 2pz, one will be sigma bond. So by convention, we write PZ as sigma bond, right? There's no rule, right? You can write 2px also. You can write any one. Okay. So by convention, I write 2pz. So 2pz, right? Then we have pi bond. So pi 2px, and the energy is equal to pi 2py. Okay. So these are the three bonding atomic orbitals. Sorry, bonding molecular orbitals. Then we have anti-bonding. So what do you think? Whose energy would be more, of pi, like pi bond or sigma bond? Tell me. When you talk about anti-bonding, anti-bonding. Yes. When anti-bonding, see, just think about this now. If a molecule is, or if a bond is having less energy in bonding, then it will have more energy in bonding. Got it? So the energy of anti-bonding molecular orbital of sigma will be more than pi ना. Just think about this ना, किसको तोड़ने में ज़्यादा energy लगेगा? Just think about it, logical, right? pi को तोड़ने में ज़्यादा energy लगेगी, तोड़ने में sigma को तोड़ने में, right? है ना? So obviously energy of sigma anti-bonding would be more than pi anti-bonding. Got it? So after this, we will have pi star 2px equal to pi star 2py, and then in last, sigma star 2p z. Got it? So this will be the general order of electronic configuration और molecular configuration. इलेक्ट्रॉन फिल कर देंगे. ठीक है? Got it? सबको ये समझ में आया? ठीक है? So ध्यान दो. Sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, sigma 2pz. Since pi 2px and pi 2py both are pi bonds of same atomic orbital, sorry, same suborbit, the energy will be same, right? है ना? Then pi star 2px, pi star 2py, then sigma star 2pz. Got it? Now remember this. This is only for atoms which is higher than O2 molecule, like O2F2 and Ne2. When you talk about the orbital diagram, right? So it is something like this. ये तुमको याद रखना है. Reshma, my voice is fine. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा ध्यान दो. It is breaking in between, but it's fine. Okay, hear me. I'll repeat again. Don't worry. Okay. Now see this. This is your energy level of normal atomic orbital. We have one oxygen here, right? Two oxygen. 1s atomic orbital of this oxygen and 1s atomic orbital of this oxygen will overlap, right, to form molecular orbital. Now, as we studied that half of the molecular orbital will have less energy as compared to normal, right? So that's energy, and half will be more energy. ठीक है? So this is the representation of molecular orbital. सबको समझ में आ रहा है? Tell me, all if you're getting this? Yes? ठीक है? See, this is the diagram of molecular orbital. तुमको याद रखना है कि ऐसा होता है. ठीक है करिश्मा? एनर्जी हाफ का कम हो गया, दिस इज द लेवल. नीचे क्या मतलब एनर्जी कम हो गया, ऊपर क्या मतलब एनर्जी ज्यादा हो गया. ठीक है? ओके. नाउ this is for O and O plus. When you talk about N2 and N2 below, there is a small change. See the order. The order of sigma and pi is interchanged. That's it. ठीक है, ये होता है already. क्यों होता है मत पूछना, ये होता है. ठीक है. So this is the change when you talk about atoms of N2 and N2 below configuration. Okay. Got it? Right? ठीक है, बस ये याद रखना है. That's it. मतलब अगर N2 से नीचे वाले को चल रहे हैं तो पार्टिकल कम होगा टू सिग्मा की. ठीक है. वेट, माय वॉइस इज ब्रेकिंग. Yeah, wait for some time. Wait for some time. It will be audible. Okay. Okay. It is audible now, right? So I guess it is audible clearly. It's not breaking now. It is audible clearly, right? Okay. So yeah, I was saying that the only difference, okay. So I can say that when you talk about molecular orbital configuration, O2 से ऊपर, O2 and O2 से ऊपर is your normal configuration, जो हम लोगों ने देखा, ये वाला, right? No, normal configuration. But when you talk about N2 and N2 से नीचे, N2 and N2 से नीचे, there's one change, which is the energy of pi bonding at molecular orbital. Only bonding molecular orbital, right? Not anti-bonding, right? Is replaced by sigma and vice versa. That's it. ठीक है? Right? बस ये ध्यान देना. ठीक है? Okay? So I hope all of you got this. ठीक है? Now, why this happens, right? This happens because when you talk about the molecules of B2, C2 and N2, in this, right, the energy level of 2s and 2p are very close. They are very close, right? Okay. And because of that small energy, okay, small energy difference, right? So the interaction between 2s and 2p, interaction between 2s and 2p is more, right? Interaction between 2s and 2p is more, okay, is more, right? So this is just a theory that you have to remember. Okay, ये पता नहीं होता, obviously कैसे पता होगा कि कम होगा ज़्यादा होगा, right? So this is just a theory. अगर तुमसे कभी पूछता है सर्च रीजन में why this happens, then you have to write like this. ठीक है, right? ठीक है, got it? That you have to remember. That's it. Now, अब तुमको इसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करना है, ठीक है? Now, then there is two concepts, ठीक है? The first concept is of bond order. Bond order. So what is bond order? Bond order is half of number of bonding electrons minus number of anti-bonding electrons. ठीक है, जैसे मैं एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, O2 का एग्जांपल ले रहा हूँ, क्या होता है सिग्मा 1s2. सो O2 में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितने होंगे 16 ना, 8 + 8 16. सो फिल करते हैं सिग्मा 1s2 सिग्मा स्टार 1s2 सिग्मा 2s2 सिग्मा स्टार 2s2 देन सिग्मा 2pz2. सो यहाँ तक 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गया, राइट? 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गया, 2 10. देन पाई 2px पाई 2py. तो यहाँ पे जब फिल करना होता है तो पहले एक एक फिल करते हैं, देन 2 1. ऐसा नहीं कि पहले इसको 2 कर दोगे फिर इसको 0 रखोगे, ऐसा कभी नहीं करना. एक एक फिर 2 1. सो टिल हियर 10 11 12 13 14, राइट? हो गया 14 हो गया. देन सिग्मा स्टार 2px एंड सिग्मा स्टार 2py. मेरे पास 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन बचा है तो यहाँ पे एक एक. ओके, ना अब देखो इट्स लाइक दिस, O O बॉन्ड बना टूट गया, बना टूट गया, सिग्मा 2pz मींस एक सिग्मा बॉन्ड बना, ठीक है, राइट? सिग्मा 2pz मींस एक सिग्मा बॉन्ड बना, वो भी pp के ओवरलैपिंग से. पाई 2px2 पाई 2py2 मींस 2 पाई बॉन्ड बना, पाई 2px1 पाई 2py1 मींस एक पाई बॉन्ड टूट गया. सो वी विल हैव O डबल बॉन्ड O, राइट? बता कितना बॉन्ड बना 2. सो बॉन्ड ऑर्डर शुड बी 2. अब फॉर्मूले सब लिखते हैं. नंबर ऑफ बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितना हो गया 2 + 2 + 2 6 + 4 10. सो 10 माइनस एंटी बॉन्डिंग 2 + 2 + 2 6 6/2 which is 4/2 is equal to 2. Got it? ठीक है, राइट? एनी इश्यूज? सबको समझ में आया? ठीक है. नाउ आते हैं उस कॉन्सेप्ट पे जिसके लिए ये पूरा पूरा एमओटी बना, पैरामैग्नेटिक और डायमैग्नेटिक. सो आफ्टर एमओटी it is very easy to know that which molecule is paramagnetic and which molecule is diamagnetic. You just have to check number of unpaired electron, right? अगर number of अगर unpaired electron है, right, then it is paramagnetic. Unpaired electron exist, then paramagnetic. ठीक है. अब बताओ O2 पैरामैग्नेटिक है कि डायमैग्नेटिक? टेल मी. पैरा, राइट? बिकॉज देखो यहाँ पे 2 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है ना, राइट? 2p स्टार 2px1 स्टार 2py1. सो वी हैव 2 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि वो बॉन्डिंग में है या hello, yeah. So it doesn't depend that it is paramagnetic, sorry, it is unpaired in bonding molecular orbital or anti-bonding molecular orbital. ठीक है, got it, right? So F2 will be diamagnetic, yes. because it will have 18 electrons, so it will have 2px2 and 2py2, ठीक है, F2 के केस में, ठीक है, so F2 के केस में वो क्या हो जाएगा, डायमैग्नेटिक हो जाएगा, ठीक है। Now tell me, what is the minimum number of bond order? मिनिमम कितना हो सकता है, मिनिमम कितना हो सकता है मॉलिक्यूल को एग्जिस्ट करने के लिए? What is the minimum bond order for a molecule to exist? बताओ। हाफ पॉजिटिव वैल्यू, एनी पॉजिटिव वैल्यू, ठीक है, ध्यान दो, राइट, ठीक है, एनी पॉजिटिव वैल्यू, so I can say that if bond order is greater than 0, molecule will exist. If bond order is less than 0, not exist, ठीक है, याद रखना, ठीक है, और इक्वल टू 0 भी हो जाएगा तब भी एग्जिस्ट नहीं करेगा, ठीक है, गॉट इट, बस याद रखना, ठीक है। सो अब देखो ये सारे एग्जांपल्स हैं, ठीक है, एक एक करके तुम लोग देख सकते हो। मेरा लास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट बचा हुआ है, ठीक है, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग, डिटेल ऑफ डायपोल मोमेंट एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, ठीक है, इसके अलावा मेरा ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो चुका है, ठीक है। सो रिवाइज, ठीक है, प्लीज रिवाइज, जस्ट चेक दिस नोट्स फर्स्ट, मैंने पहले बोला है, ठीक है, राइट, कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं जो बताना बाकी है अभी, जैसे B2H6 का स्ट्रक्चर, राइट, एंड स्ट्रक्चर लाइक दैट, ठीक है, बट you can see the notes, will complete all the remaining topics in next class, ठीक है। करिश्मा बाकी एग्जांपल्स नोट्स में है, नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग और करेंगे, बट सारे एग्जांपल्स नोट्स में है, ठीक है। एमओटी शायद नोट्स में नहीं है शायद, ठीक है, तो मैं इसका नोट्स अपडेट कर दूंगा, ठीक है, चलो, ओके एवरीवन, थैंक यू वेरी मच, राइट, आई टुक 15 minutes एक्स्ट्रा, ठीक है, I had to complete this topic, okay, bye everyone.